is, the first slide is Dr. Craig at one of his homecoming events. Next slide, please. This is people doing their deal. They're eating, of course. Ribs, baked beans, chicken. Keep going. As you can see, that's one of his staff members. He's enjoying himself. Now, put a pin in this one right here. This one goes back to April 2004. Now, this is the president of the Board of Trustees at the mic. The chancellor is behind it. Now, one of these things that Dr. Craig does not know. His right arm, Dr. Mark Keel, told me last week, he said, I admire that man. And for Dr. Keel to say something like that is almost unbelievable. But Dr. Keel asked me back in 2004, he said, Obrey, do me a favor. And you don't know this, doctor. Would you mind going to your boy, and he was telling me my boy who was a chancellor of A&T at the time, go to your boy and see if he won't name the building that's newly constructed after Dr. Craig. And I did. Next slide, please. I took these photographs, and there he is after the building has been named after him. He couldn't believe it. Next slide, please. Getting an ovation from everybody in the crowd. Weister Craig Hall. Next slide, please. There he is making some comments about having just had a building named after him. Next slide, please. And there you see the chancellor on the right, Dr. Craig, president of the Board of Trustees, and yours truly, Dr. Craig.
That was a little sneaky. I'm back home, folks. I got a little choke when they said they were going to name the building Weister Craig Hall. Because usually people, the building's name were out in Forest Lawn. For years it was difficult for me to believe this, so every day I came to work, I would like to make sure I was still alive. But this is home. I was welcomed here in 1959. And youngster that came in, never been this far away from Montgomery, Alabama. And one reason I'm selecting to show you I didn't use good judgment. I had my free office. I was a baseball fan, and this was between St. Louis and Kansas City. That's a big story. I also came because I thought I was free when I came to Missouri. Until I went downtown one day in 1960 and said at a Crown drugstore trying to get a scoop of ice cream, and they walked by me for 20 minutes. My patient, they're hit. So I went back out and talked to one of the faculty members. I said, fool, you weren't supposed to be sitting there. This was 1960. But let me tell you very briefly, I didn't do this alone. Lincoln welcomed me. I grew at Lincoln University. I had the support of Dr. Bird, who I just admire, and many of the other people who were there in the area. My first adventure, though, was trying to get into the faculty meeting the first day I came. And one lady known as Charlene Devereaux stopped me at the door and said, young man, you can't go in there. This is for faculty. I said, I'm going in. Yes, you are going. She was attractive. I was trying to talk to her. Young man, you are. So I went to sit down. The security came to get me. And Dr. Cletus Stamper said that this is one of my faculty. And And of course, I held that over her head for a long time. Look, all I need to say to you is that in spite of many things that have happened, I know I didn't do it by myself. My foundation was here. The 11 years I spent here in the business department, in which we were trying to get students turned into fields that nobody wanted us to work. We were trying to get students to know about the CPA exam. As one person said, he never knew of a black CPA. He said in his neighborhood, CPA meant cleaning, pressing, and alterations. So, which let you know this is what we were going to work on. Lincoln stands tall in my heart. I was given support by this university. I received a grant at the university, from this university, to attend the University of Missouri. And so I have nothing but thanks. Ron Coates had the misfortune of sitting in one of my classes. He was big, but I said, I got that. I have a pen. Yeah. And so you might be out there on that line, but I'm going to draw the line in terms of here. So my thanks to Aubrey, my thanks to Charles Jackson, who we stayed upstairs in the Collier house, in a room. Jack stayed closer to the bathroom. It was hard to get there in the area. My thanks certainly to Aubrey and Cora for their support at North Carolina A&T. And I also would like to thank my niece, whom I encouraged to come to Lincoln while I was here. She graduated, stand up back there, Beecher Craig. She graduated from my found comment would be a slogan that I had and I still have. I retired in June. And I said, hope is a mighty thing. Hope is a mighty thing. What do we mean by hope? Growing up in Alabama, hope for me meant help our people excel. Hope is a mighty thing. The second thing we indicated in the area, which would be seen in a lot of publications, is that we aren't here to see through each other, but we're here to see each other through. That's been my thing. And I thank Lincoln. I thank all the people here. I thank you for this opportunity in there, and I thank Aubrey for his barbecue ribs at my home.
Don't forget, those of you who had Dr. Craig, please see me afterwards.